Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. The last coat cleans, shines, and protects. Mobile Environmental Solutions, the leading portable mobile paint booth. Car Can, keep your car clean and tidy. And by Dorman Products, driving new solutions. Time now for the lowdown with Magic Creeper.
You know we are big fans of the Magic Creeper here at Motorhead Garage, but don't take our word for it. Listen to the experts. My buddy Israel owns a place called the Mechanic Shop. It's not too far from here in Rogersville, Tennessee, and he loves his Magic Creeper. He uses it all the time.
So in the past, going out to look at a job meant either being very uncomfortable, trying to scooch around under vehicles in a gravel parking lot, or having to stop a job that we've got going on in the shop, move it out of the way just so we can get it pulled in onto a concrete slab to take a look at it. So it's definitely helped a lot, saved a lot of time, and made it more convenient for sure. A traditional creeper will not work in gravel, will not work over rough and uneven surfaces. You got something laying in the floor, air hose, even in the shop. We try to do most of our work on the lift inside the shop, but you have those times when it's just roll under, make sure something's not leaking, transmission pan or something like that. And instead, to know that I'm not going to get hung up on a creeper with a little small piece of gravel that come in out of the gravel parking lot and hang up a creeper, that's really a big thing. So as the owner, I try not to get any dirtier than I have to. But a lot of times people come in and, bringing in jobs, lifts are tied up, and just, we have something loose, something rattle, whatever under a car. I like it because we do have a gravel parking lot right now. And I like that I can take it out, use it, go under a vehicle just for a quick moment, look at it, or even triage to see how quick or which mechanic to turn it over to or whatever. So use it for that, roadside hazards, roadside. I fortunately haven't had any of those yet, but I try to keep one in the car for that purpose. All my life I've had to carry a pair of coveralls, so having something now that hopefully will keep me from messing up clothes if I am on a trip and be able to still do the job that needs to be done, or at least check it out and see if it's something we can fix or needs to be towed in. So keeping clothes cleaner. Yeah, my wife appreciates that when she does laundry, definitely. I thought it was a sales gimmick, to be honest with you. It was just like, okay, is that really going to be useful? Anything that has to have magic in the word, It's very handy. I would like to have one in my car, keep one around a lot.
There are a ton of additives for your car, for your engine, transmission, and that sort of thing. And it's hard to tell them apart, but Tribotex really stands out from the others. How so, Brian?
1, it will stay in your engine longer. 2, it will not break down any of your components like your catalytic converter. And 3, we don't use products that would be removed from fuel.
And what about the ingredients? I know some of them out there claim to be this magic elixir, but when you really break them down, they're not that special.
Yeah, those lubricants are often great in short-term applications in clean oil, but in long-term use, they can break down into corrosive materials.
Well, let's talk about moly, for instance, molybdenum disulfide. It's very, very popular, and it has some good applications in the short term.
Molybdenum disulfide is a great lubricant. However, if it reacts with water and oxygen, it can make molybdenum trioxide, which is an abrasive, and sulfuric acid. It will dissolve it, so it not only makes an acid, but an abrasive. That's why it's really important to check your CV joints and your ball joints to see if the boots are cracked. If there is a crack, water can enter those areas and cause that molybdenum disulfide to break down.
What is it about Tribotex that makes it stay in the engine and on all the parts?
We work with the metal oxides and we will fuse to it, but we need to have extreme forces or pressures that are present in the engine at the surface level, at the friction. The particles are so small, it's like stepping on a needle. It will easily penetrate deep into the metal and force it and create this nice smooth surface that builds up.
like stepping on a needle, it directs that force right there. But if you have an entire bed of nails,
exactly,
it distributes the force.
That's one reason why adding a little bit of Tribotex goes a lot longer than adding a ton of Tribotex. Don't squeeze a bunch of tubes in the engine because that won't help as much as a little bit.
And now Tribotex particles, as we've seen from some of the animations, and we've seen Pasha with the famous sticky notes.
Yeah.
Tell us how that works and how the particles cling to each other.
They have two different sides. It's called anisotropic, and it means one side is different than the other. One is sticky and one is slippery. What we use are these little particles that will fuse to the metal oxides. They react with it, but they're positively charged, so they repel each other. They are not like sticky as you would think of like a glue, but they're more like they can react with the metal surfaces if they are given enough force.
And so with particles like that sticking together, they can actually repair flaws in your old engine parts and protect your engine for a long, long time. You can check all of this out at Tribotex.com. That is going to do it for this episode of Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. We do this every week, so we hope you come along with us next week. In the meantime, you can check us out on Facebook, let us know how we're doing and see what we're up to. And if you have a product or invention you want to see on the show, email Jeff at masterstv.com. We can get you right here in our studios. Until next week, from our entire crew here at Motorhead Garage, we will see you. Drive safely.